Hi, my name is Jody with Community Legal Aid, and joining me today is attorney Susan Fitch. Susan, January is National Stalking Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
What is stalking?
Well, stalking in Ohio has been defined as where a stalker knowingly causes a victim or a person being stalked a mental distress or fear of future physical harm by doing certain things, multiple incidents of different things that might cause this person to feel this way.
Okay. Can you give us some examples of what stalking behaviors may actually look like?
Sure. Stalking behaviors can vary from person to person, but a lot of the behaviors that I hear clients tell me about are multiple phone calls, just call over and over and over and over 50, 100 times in a day, or text messages, or being followed in their car, or every time they go to the store or go to work, they see this person that's following them, or sometimes it may be the person approaching them in a parking lot and they're being told to leave the person alone, and then it's persistent behavior.
I've heard that sometimes stalkers will use technology. Can you talk about what that might look like?
Well, it can look, you can see it in several different ways. With that new little Apple tracker that we found that people might have that tossed in their car, or tossed in the trunk of the car, tossed inside a window, something like that, put under a car magnetically, and then the car is able to be tracked and the victim doesn't even know it. Or there's numerous applications for phones that allow people to spoof phone numbers. So it looks like you're getting a phone call from Arizona, and it's, your stalker that's 2 blocks down the street calling you.
Wow, that's scary. Mm-hmm. So if somebody were to feel like they are being victimized, that they are being stalked, what are some actions they should take?
First, I would suggest that you start writing down and logging everything and keeping the information all in one place of what happened, where it happened, who is with you, were there any witnesses, do you have any other kind of evidence to support what it is that you saw and how you felt at the time. What did it cause you? Mental distress? Was it causing you fear at that time? I also suggest that you notify law enforcement, take any steps that you might need to take for your own safety. Sometimes law enforcement may say, we can try to help you and try to build a case to do a criminal prosecution. But sometimes law enforcement isn't able maybe to meet the burden of proof that they need to prove a crime, and suggest that you file for a civil stalking protection order. The other thing I would suggest is that you reach out to your local victims assistance agency or the local battered women's shelter and ask for some help with safety planning.
Okay, that's great. Now, you mentioned a civil protection order. Mm-hmm. Tell me, what is a civil protection order and how would that help a victim of stalking?
Okay. What the civil protection order does is it helps people that are not intimate partners. So intimate partners should file a different type of protection order. But in a civil stalking case with non-intimate partners, it is filed by filing a petition in the local common pleas court where you live, where the victim lives. And what that can help you do is, if the judge grants the protection order, it then notifies the stalker that they are not to be doing that any kind of behavior anymore, and that they are not to have any contact with you anymore, and that if you do, that the police are authorized to arrest you for violating that protection order. To arrest the stalker, I meant, and then the stalker then can get prosecuted for violating the civil stalking protection order, and then it becomes a criminal matter, where the judge can then sentence for a crime.
Okay. And is legal aid able to help with getting help victims of stalking in getting protection orders?
Yes, we are. We try to help people file them. The process involves having an initial filing at the court. Then the judge decides whether the victim is entitled to an immediate order of protection or not. And then the stalker, the sheriff tries to serve the stalker that same day with the petition. And then there will be a second hearing held where the stalker is notified of that hearing and has a right to attend. A second hearing is held where all the evidence is again presented. It's usually within a week.